A poor farmer watches helplessly as government workers bury his pigs alive. The officials calmly tell him not to worry, claiming there was only a minor leak from the nearby biotech district. According to them, it's all under control. But the farmer doesn't believe a single word. He angrily reminds them that they said the exact same thing before, right before more animals mysteriously died. To him, this is no accident anymore. Something is terribly wrong. As the workers leave, the farmer looks around nervously. The atmosphere feels strange. The air itself seems heavy, almost poisoned. And suddenly, we realize this village is hiding a terrifying secret. Not far away, reports begin spreading about fish dying mysteriously in the Jiang River. Thousands of dead fish float to the surface overnight, shocking the entire region. The government quickly labels it as an environmental issue, but the timing feels too suspicious. At the same time, inside a giant biotech corporation, panic quietly begins to grow. A secret report has been leaked. Top executives gather in a private meeting room, discussing the possible consequences if the public finds out the truth. One man warns them that selling their company's shares now could destroy the market and financially ruin small investors. But the people in power don't care. Instead of protecting innocent people, they only focus on saving themselves. One executive coldly orders everyone to sell all their shares immediately before the news becomes public. The scene perfectly shows how greed controls every decision inside the company. We are then introduced to a young employee who recently joined the corporation. At first, he admires the company and believes he's working for something revolutionary. But little by little, he starts noticing strange behavior around him. Employees whisper in fear. Secret files disappear overnight. Security inside the building suddenly becomes tighter, and every person who asks too many questions either gets silenced or disappears completely. The tension in the movie slowly keeps building. Meanwhile, the farmer from the beginning starts investigating the truth on his own. He notices that not only animals but even plants and water sources around the village are becoming contaminated. People are getting sick. Children are developing strange symptoms. Yet the authorities continue pretending that everything is normal. That's when the movie starts becoming truly terrifying. Because now we understand this isn't just about pollution. Something alive may have escaped from the biotech district. The film does an amazing job creating suspense. Instead of relying only on jump scares, it builds fear through mystery, silence, and uncertainty. Every scene feels uncomfortable, like danger could appear at any second. The cinematography is dark and realistic, giving the entire movie a cold and hopeless atmosphere. The background music also deserves praise because it constantly keeps the audience anxious without being too loud. But the strongest part of the movie is its message. It shows how dangerous corporations can become when profit matters more than human life. The executives know innocent people are dying, but they still hide the truth to protect their money and reputation. And honestly, that makes the story feel even scarier because it feels realistic. As the investigation goes deeper, shocking secrets about illegal experiments and hidden research labs begin to surface. The biotech company wasn't simply creating medicine. They were experimenting with things they could no longer control. And now, the entire city may have to pay the price. The final act of the movie becomes intense, emotional, and completely unpredictable. Every revelation changes the story in a massive way, and just when you think you understand what's happening, the movie hits you with another twist. By the end, one question still remains in your mind. Was this disaster really an accident, or was someone willing to sacrifice thousands of lives for power? Overall, this movie is an underrated sci-fi thriller filled with suspense, mystery, conspiracy, and emotional moments. It combines corporate corruption, biotechnology, and horror in a way that keeps you hooked from beginning to end. If you enjoy dark mystery movies with creepy atmosphere, shocking twists, and realistic tension, then this film is definitely worth watching. And trust me, after watching this movie, you'll never look at biotechnology experiments the same way again.